Kilowatt 4, Victor Whiskey Delta. CQ, 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 the old friend's net. This net meets on this frequency of about 3715 3 times a week. At this time on Thursday mornings, on Tuesday mornings, same time, and on Sunday afternoons, evenings at 6:30 on this same frequency. CQ, CQ, the old friend's net. Everybody operates AM. AM only. So good morning out there. I see some good S-meter readings here this morning. It's 76 degrees and partly cloudy here in Greenville at my house this morning. And don't forget we got a lunch today in Spartanburg. So with that, CQ, the old friend's net, I'll stand by for calls.
CN4LQ. WB4ARK.
KZ4 Bravo.
WF2U.
W4WU.
IUQ.
Okay, stand by a minute. Right after Richard, there was a UQ, I think. And I think that might have been George after Buddy. So first of all, George, was that you after Buddy ARK?
I did not hear George.
It was Whiskey Foxtrot 2 uniform.
I heard Mir. This was somebody in there right after Buddy. But anyway, here's what I got so far. LQ, ARK, 2U, WU, and then question mark. Who is that UQ?
It's KG4IUQ, Mark Shelby.
Hey, Mark, I'm sorry. I just wasn't listening good. Maybe I need to clean out my ears. So we got LQ, ARK, 2U, WU, and IUQ. Who else do we have?
You left off KZ4B, but right after Buddy and before Mir.
Okay, that's who I was listening for. KZ4 Bravo. I heard him right at the time that we were to start. So, John's good to hear you. So, who else do we have? Well, there's a good carrier, but no audio.
How about now? W4MEC.
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, you sounding good that time. MEC. Anybody after Charlie? Don't hear anybody. So here's the list one more time. LQ, ARK, KZ4 Bravo, 2U, WU, IUK, and MEC. So I'm guessing Dave's on the road coming to the luncheon today. I sure hope so. And Earl, W4ZEQ, said he's going to be there today. So I'm looking forward to seeing Earl. So let's see. Steve, go ahead and start us off. This is K4VWD.
Okay, K4VWD and 4LQ and the old friend's net. We got 2.5 inches of rain last night. The prediction was 0, and all of a sudden this storm popped up and it came down for an hour and we got 2.5 inches of rain. So what a mess. But it's nice and cool this morning. It was only like 69 degrees. Felt real good. Hey, I'm going to do a real quick test here. I wonder if you could just give me an audio report between these two rigs. This is the Amico rig right here, and I'm going to switch over to the DX60. And this is the DX60 right here, testing for audio on it. Two different microphones. This is an amplified D104, and the other mic is just a plain D104. So that's about it, buddy. WB4ARK, N4LQ.
N4LQ, WB4ARK. Well, there's more highs in the amplified microphone, and otherwise it sounds about the same. And it's clearing here. It was overcast this morning, heavily overcast. The sun's coming out now, blue sky in the west. So we're clearing off, and we had 0.45 inches of rain, 0.45 last night. Nice little thunderstorm, about 9 to 10:30, something like that. A good bit of lightning, but nothing really close. Most of it was intercloud lightning, and but it was a nice little downpour for a bit, and so we needed that. So over to KZ4B, WB4ARK.
Okay, WB4ARK in the group, KZ4B, fine business, buddy. You're booming in here, and so is Steve, but I can hardly hear Lee. I can just barely hear net control. I've got some power line interference that's come back a little bit, not as bad as it has been, but it's in there, and so that's hurting copy a little bit. But anyway, the storm here came through about I'd say 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, and it dumped, but I slept through it, so I don't know all that much about it. So that's the scoop from here. Mir, I'm not sure how well I copy you, but maybe so. I was having to do quite a few things getting ready. So over to you, W2FU in the group, KZ4 Bravo, over.
Roger, KZ4 Bravo, this is WFTU. Very good. Good morning, everybody. It's rare for me to be here Thursday mornings, or one morning, but anyway, okay, let's start with reports. Leo 5 and 9, and Steve, you 20 over 9. Nice signals, and just as Buddy said, you have a little bit more highs on the amplified mic, but excellent signal. And Buddy, you're 10 over 9. And John, you are the weakest I ever heard you. You are between 5 and 6 to 5 and 8 with some QSB, but I usually hear you like multi dBs over S9. So something is maybe conditions or something, and then I'll give reports in the next round. Anyway, here it's 78 degrees already at this time. Right now, and we didn't get any rain. Last night about 10 o'clock, though I felt a few drops, but it did not develop into rain. So my digital rain gauge and even my traditional glass rain gauge didn't indicate anything. I just felt some drops. That's all. And anyway, the reason I'm here, I'm not I'm not at my regular Thursday herding practice with my dogs. Is that the good friend of my ex-YL has a birthday luncheon today, so I had to cancel my my visit with the sheep at the farm, and I kind of half-jokingly told the ex-YL, I said, well, as long as I have to take off from practice this morning, I might as well go to the luncheon. She didn't find it funny at all. So I'm sorry, but this is just the way it is. So I can't make it because of my social obligation, and that's so too bad. Anyway, if anybody saw the video I took of part of Tuesday's net, at least you all can hear yourselves and see how and hear how everybody sounds. I'm not making a recording this morning. Using the regular, as of late, Yesu station, and putting out about 300, a little bit over 300 watts VP. With that, it goes to, who does it go to? Let's see. I don't even know. Somehow I didn't write down who's next. So please pick it up, whoever it goes to. This is WF to you.
Okay, Mayor. Very good. This is W4W. Good morning to everybody. I was trying to get my ducks in a row too. But good morning to everybody. Look forward to the lunch today. Weather report is already warmed up to 79 here in Cowpens this morning. I'm on the college station again, the 32V3 transmitter and 75A4 receiver. And so that's about the station here at the present time. Steve, the Malenko, I think, has a little bit fuller sound, and I agree with what everybody else said. The amplified mic gave you a little bit more highs, but to me, the Malenko has just a fuzz clearer signal, but not much. And John, yeah, you're pretty weak here in Cowpens this morning too. Usually I hear you a whole lot better. So anyway, I'll go ahead and pass it on around. Mark, over to you, KG4IUQ. This is W4WU.
This is KG4IUQ. Thank you, W4WU. I don't know your name yet. I'm sorry. Your signal's sounding good. All signals are good. Sometimes I have to tune my receiver a little bit when we first start. And Lee, your signal's good. And I'm going to try to. My plan is to go to Spartanburg today. I'm going to meet everybody there at Golden Corral. I'm going to be there about 11:30. Steve, on your transmitter, I have it written down as Amico and DX60. The DX60 was coming through more for me. It had more highs than the other one. They both sounded good. I have K24B saying that he has interference. I've had that before, and I'm lucky. I don't have any right now, but a few years ago I had interference coming in, and I've always had good luck when I call the local power company. They come out really soon, sometimes the same day. And one time able to I just noticing everything, looking out, seeing what's happening. At a certain time of day, a light would come on about a half a mile away, and that's when the interference would start. And I went up the road and saw that there was a party there, and I was able to go in and talk to people, and I just smiled. Nobody said anything about, why are you here? And I just said, whose light is that, you know? And I figured out whose light it is and who to call, and I called that person. And it was eventually just unscrewed. It was taken out, and the interference stopped. Everybody's sounding good here. I'm going to get off of here, and, well, I'm going to hang around a while, but I'm going to turn it over now to W4MEC. This is KG4IUQ.
Oh, very good, Mark. KG4IUQ in the group W4MEC. Good morning, everybody. And it's sunny, and I didn't see the temperature yet, but it's not cold out, so and a pretty day outside. We didn't get the big downpour that Steve mentioned. We had some spit off and on during the evening. Sunday was the big downpour. It didn't rain drops. It threw down slugs of water. There was huge amount of rain over a short period of time. I don't know how much so. My rain gauge is broken, and my digital one light doesn't tell me the truth. So all I can tell you, it's kind of like sun shining, and it has been raining. What was it? My mic gain was at 0 on the Apache. I'm not sure why, whether I bumped it or something. I did unscrew the microphone, but maybe when I screwed it back on, since it's right next to it, my finger hit it, and by gear action rotated it fully counterclockwise. I don't know, some mystery gremlin there, but glad that was it. Every once in a blue moon, I break the mic cord here, the center conductor, where it solders to the it was MC99 plug, and a lot of times, I mean, I would say except for this particular instant, if I come back with a carrier and it's me and I have no audio, chances are I'm frantically soldering the microphone plug, so I will eventually catch up with you, but that's been the big break here, and on the cable, something I jerk the thing, or the mic slips out of my hand and pulls the cable tight, and for some reason the shield stays, but the center conductor rips out. So let's see what else, and I'm pretty much getting the station all together here again. I got the Drake station running again. Everything's percolating, and it's working on 6 meters. My Drake 404C, I used to a Hamtronics converter on 6. It's working. I'm going to bring in one of my 6-meter rigs, probably the Amico, and put it here. My 24-volt power supply quit working. I have another one. I need to swap it out. It runs all my surplus government, military surplus relays all run on 24 volts. So instead of going to all the trouble to find 12-volt relays to do the same job, I just found a 24-volt power supply. But it finally quit after about 15 years, so time to fix that. So let's go back around. Here we go. Back to Lee. K4VWD in the group. W4MEC.
Okay, Charlie. Thank you. This is K4VWD. Well, Charlie, your signal went all the way from 0 to 10 over. So we got some QSB going. The rain came close here last night, within about a mile, according to the radar, but no rain here. So anyway, it would be good to see some. And let's see, Steve, on your my PMR8 receiver, I can't tell any difference between the two. So I guess it's my receiver. I can't tell highs and lows for the most part, but you got a good signal here. But my receiver is just not all that great, but I could not tell any difference. And John, you're a S2 to S3. You're much lower than normal here. So, Mark, your signal was great. I'm not having any trouble with anybody else except the QSB. So, quick standby. Is there anybody else who would like to join us If so, please call me now.